Dame Judith Olivia Dench CHDBE FRSA, born 9 December 1934, is an English actress. Widely considered one of Britain's greatest actresses, she is noted for her versatile work in various films and television programs encompassing several genres, as well as for her numerous roles on the stage. Dench has garnered various accolades throughout a career spanning over 6 decades, including an Academy Award, a Tony Award, 2 Golden Globe Awards, 4 British Academy Television Awards, 6 British Academy Film Awards and 7 Olivier Awards. Dench made her professional debut in 1957 with the Old Vic Company. Over the following few years, she performed in several of Shakespeare's plays, in such roles as Ophelia in Hamlet, Juliet in Romeo and Juliet and Lady Macbeth in Macbeth. Although most of Dench's work during this period was in theatre, she also branched into film work and won a BAFTA award as Most Promising Newcomer. In 1968, she drew excellent reviews for her leading role of Sally Bowles in the musical Cabaret. Over the next 2 decades, Dench established herself as one of the most significant British theatre performers, working for the National Theatre Company and the Royal Shakespeare Company. She received critical acclaim for her work on television during this period, in the series A Fine Romance, 1981 to 1984, and As Time Goes By, 1992 to 2005, in both of which she held starring roles. Her film appearances were infrequent, and included supporting roles in major films, such as James Ivory's A Room with a View, 1985, before she rose to international fame as M in Goldeneye, 1995, a role she continued to play in 8 James Bond films, until her final cameo appearance in Spectre, 2015. An 8-time Academy Award nominee, Dench won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her performance as Queen Elizabeth I in Shakespeare in Love, 1998. Her other Oscar-nominated roles were for Mrs. Brown, 1997, Chocolat, 2000, Iris, 2001, Mrs. Henderson Presents, 2005, Notes on a Scandal, 2006, Philomena, 2013, and Belfast, 2021. She is also the recipient of several honorary awards, including the BAFTA Fellowship Award, the Society of London Theatre Special Award and the British Film Institute Fellowship Award. Dench is a longtime resident of Outwood, Surrey. A Quaker since her school years, she said of her faith in 2013, "I think it informs everything I do. I couldn't be without it." She is a longtime supporter of Liverpool-based football team Everton FC, and has been an honorary patron of its charity branch since 2012. Dench married actor Michael Williams in 1971. They remained together until his death from lung cancer in 2001. Their only child, daughter Finty Williams, was born in 1972 and became an actress. Through her daughter, Dench has a grandson who was born in 1997. Dench has been in a relationship with David Mills, a conservationist, since 2010. In a 2014 interview with The Times magazine, she discussed how she never expected to find love again after her husband's death and said, "I wasn't even prepared to be ready for it. It was very, very gradual and grown up. It's just wonderful." The couple met when Mills invited her to open a squirrel enclosure at the wildlife center he runs near her home in Surrey. In early 2012, Dench discussed her macular degeneration, with one eye dry, and the other wet, for which she has been treated with injections into the eye. She said that she needs someone to read scripts to her. She also underwent knee surgery in 2013, but recovered from the procedure well and stated that her knee was no longer an issue. Dench has been an outspoken critic of prejudice in the movie industry against older actresses. She stated in 2014, "I'm tired of being told I'm too old to try something. I should be able to decide for myself if I can't do things and not have someone tell me I'll forget my lines or I'll trip and fall on the set." Opening square bracket ... closing square bracket. Age is a number. It's something imposed on you. It drives me absolutely spare when people say, "Are you going to retire? Isn't it time you put your feet up? Or tell me, my age." At Hogmanay on the 31st of December 2022, she joined Charlene Spiteri in an impromptu performance of ABBA's Waterloo at the Fife Arms Hotel in Braemar, where they were both staying. The owner of the hotel described her as an honorary Scot, from her persona as Mrs. Brown. Political views and interests. Dench has worked with the non-governmental indigenous organization Survival International, campaigning in the defense of the San people of Botswana and the Arwako people of Colombia. She made a supporting video saying the San are victims of tyranny, greed, and racism. Dench is also a patron of the Karuna Trust, a charity that supports work amongst some of India's poorest and most oppressed people, mainly, though not exclusively, Dalits. On the 22nd of July 2010, Dench was awarded an honorary degree of Doctor of Letters, D.Lit, by Nottingham Trent University. The Dr. Hadwin Trust announced on the 15th of January 2011 that Dench had become a patron of the trust, joining, among others, Joanna Lumley and David Shepherd. On the 19th of March 2012, it was announced that Dench was to become honorary patron of Everton in the Community, the charity branch of Liverpool-based football team Everton, of which she is a longtime supporter. Dench is an advisor to the American Shakespeare Center. She is a patron of the Shakespeare Schools Festival, a charity that enables school children across the UK to perform Shakespeare in professional theatres. She is also a patron of Shakespeare North, a playhouse project due to be completed in 2022 in the town of Prescott near Liverpool. She is patron of East Park Riding for the Disabled, a riding school for disabled children at Newchapel, Surrey. Dench is also a vice president of national charity Revitalise, that provides accessible holidays for those with disabilities. In 2011, along with musician Sting and billionaire entrepreneur Richard Branson, she publicly urged policymakers to adopt more progressive drug policies by decriminalizing drug use. In 2014, Dench was one of 200 celebrities to sign an open letter to the people of Scotland asking them to vote to remain part of the UK in that year's referendum. In a 2022 opinion piece for The Times following the death of Queen Elizabeth II, Dench expressed criticism of the Netflix show The Crown, accusing it crude sensationalism and being cruelly unjust to the individuals and damaging to the institution they represent, as well as having the potential to mislead non-British viewers through dramatic license. She furthermore argued the show should add a disclaimer warning to remind viewers that it is a fictional drama. Dench is the patron and president of the Alumni Foundation of Drama Studio London, a patron of the British Shakespeare Association, and a vice president of wildlife conservation NGO Fauna and Flora International. She has participated multiple times in the Explorers Against Extinction wildlife conservation fundraiser Sketch for Survival, in which celebrity artists join prominent wildlife artists in sketching wildlife as well as they can in 26 minutes, and the results are auctioned off. In a biography by John Miller, it was noted that in the late 1990s Dench was the patron of over 180 charities, many of which were related either to the theatre or to medical causes, for example York Against Cancer. Dench is a patron of the Leaveners, the Archway Theatre, Horley, Surrey, and the relationship research and innovation charity 1+1, formerly known as 1+1 Marriage and Partnership Research, London. She became president of Mount View Academy of Theatre Arts in London in 2006, taking over from Sir John Mills. She has been president of Questers Theatre, Ealing, since 1985, where the main auditorium is known as the Judi Dench Playhouse, being the only theatre to bear her name. She was also patron of Ovingdean Hall School, a special day and boarding school for the deaf and hard of hearing in Brighton, which closed in 2010, and vice president of the Little Foundation. Dame Judi is also a long-standing and active vice president of the national disabled people's charity Revitalise.